Welcome back, Flare community. It's an absolute pleasure to be streaming for you today. And first and foremost, thank you very much, Moon Chicken, for dropping yet another 100 bomb. Very much appreciated. We have a lot of people in today, so yeah, it's absolutely great. So we're going to jump into some news that's been announced by ZinFin earlier today. And before we do jump into that, I'm going to give you guys a bit of a quick recap on the recent news, which was June the 12th, which was actually my birthday. And yeah, they announced a partnership with ZinFin. So this is not just a generic wrapping announcement. So the partnership, which this probably slipped me a little bit, it probably went under the radar, but we're going to dig into that a little bit further soon. So I'm going to quickly play this video as a quick recap, because we know that Flare Finance has some absolutely incredibly aesthetically pleasing videos. So let's just quickly watch this, and then we're going to jump straight into some more information. I would just like to say apologies for anyone's ears that just exploded, because I have my earphones in right now, and when I initially played that video, I think I may have just burst a couple of eardrums. So, as we can see, ZinFin has a native token called XDC, which is going to be integrated with the Flare network through this partnership. Okay, so we move on to this tweet here, where recently Flare Finance have been announcing these wrapped assets. Now we have the Spark token, FXRP, FLTC, FXLM, FDoge, and then all of these here are actually going to be wrapped tokens on the Flare the Flare Finance application. So these are going to be able to be traded on FlareX, which is the decentralized exchange, which means that it's effectively going to be some sort of almost like a cross-chain platform, if you will. So it's going to bring a lot of liquidity to the space and a lot of opportunity. I mean, these each of these is a separate community, you know, so it's definitely going to raise the interest of the Flare network on a whole. So very promising. Now, this is not all of the wrapped assets that are coming to Flare Finance. In fact, we're going to have some more. Now, this is a fairly old tweet, May the 21st, and beta testers of the Flare Finance applications will get to use the governance tool, and this is something that we haven't seen yet, and is going to be present in the next iteration of the beta test. Now, if you are interested in joining the beta, be sure to check out the Flare Finance Discord or follow them on Twitter, because that's where you will find all the information and the breaking news when it becomes available. Now, I will obviously be sharing it myself, but you know, you can get the information direct from the source. So I would highly recommend checking out Flare Finance. So with that being said, we can move on to this one, which is the main thing that I want to talk about today. So ZinFin, the ZinFin official account. Community cooperation matters. A network of network doesn't see competition, only interoperability. Here's some of the many features that XDC networks partnership with Flare Finance. So this is very interesting. This was released today, and this partnership, like I said, is more than just a new wrapped asset on the Flare Finance. So let's jump into it. Bidirectional bridge. Now, this is particularly intriguing for me. A bidirectional bridge will be established, bringing every F asset to the XDC network and XDC to the Flare network. So that's very interesting in itself. It means that we're going to be able to utilize our F assets, that's FXRP, FLTC, FXLM, and FDoge. And we're going to have the option to use that on the XDC network. So very promising. We also have this, the Launchpad. XDC projects will be provided the opportunity to use Flare Finance launchpads for future token and project launches. Now, we're going to have a little look at this launchpad in a little bit more detail soon. I'm just going to continue through this first. FlareX, which is Flare Finance's decentralized exchange. XDC will be listed on FlareX against all F assets and a stable currency. FDoge, FXRP. This is not an F asset, but Cardano, Algorand, FLTC. This is a new one as well. So I think some of these currencies may be incorrect, but it still stands. What they're saying is XDC will be able to be traded against many different assets on the Flare network. So that's very promising too. It's definitely going to bolster the liquidity of the platform. Now, Flare Farm, XDC will be listed on Flare Farm, and Flare Finance will provide an amount of YFin for holders of XDC to stake and mine to earn yield, giving XDC holders an additional chance to yield outside of the main XDC network. And we know about farming as well, especially if you've done the beta test. So, Flare Loans, this is a product that we haven't really seen much of in addition to Flare Mutual. So, XDC will be listed on Flare Loans to be used as collateral against loans and to generate stable currency. Lenders, borrowers will be able to earn a yield of variable APY in the form of YFin. And this Flare Loans product is going to be available, I imagine, definitely for all F assets, but also for these wrapped assets too, by the looks of it. And finally, we have Flare Mutual. XDC will be listed on Flare Mutual to allow people to pay for coverage with XDC and also provide coverage in the form of XDC, allowing holders the chance to generate yield from this platform in the form of YFin. So Flare Mutual is can be seen as like an insurance product, as like a protection. So that's something very interesting as well. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. What is ZinFin and XDC? So what we're going to do is we're going to quickly watch this video, which is a short explainer. It's just a couple of minutes long, and we'll go from there.
What is ZinFin? ZinFin stands for Exchange Infinite. It is the next generation of the global computer network, connecting communities and enterprises around the globe using blockchain technology. The network is powered by its native fuel, called ZinFin Digital Contracts, or XDCs. ZinFin is a first-of-its-kind hybrid blockchain network. It combines the power and transparency of public blockchains with the security and speed of private networks. A permissioned consensus mechanism replaces the wasteful, energy-intensive mining, making XDC essentially mining-free. So how does hybrid work? The network has a public state that is shared by all members. Additionally, enterprises can host private subnetworks. So with Enterprise A and B, each will have the public state plus their own unique private state. The public state can be used to share basic data securely and transparently across the XDC network. The private state can be used to protect sensitive or financial data from the outside world. The XDC protocol can work as a messaging and confirmation layer for domestic or cross-border approved payments. Or the XDC token can be used as a payment and settlement layer, supported by approved financial institutions. With secure and audited smart contracts and IoT integration, the XDC protocol facilitates real-world contracts and transactions. Come, join the XDC community.
So there we have it. That's ZinFin. And something else that I found very interesting as well is actually the fact that ZinFin is EVM compatible. EVM meaning the Ethereum virtual machine. And we all know that Flare Network is also EVM compatible. And this just sort of brings a harmony between them both. And I imagine this is one of the reasons why the partnership may have been created, to allow this bridging of assets between two EVM compatible networks. So that's potentially another reason. So let's move on to this Launchpad that we mentioned earlier from this particular tweet here. Now I'm going to read through this, which is, it's basically just the Flare Finance white paper. So the Launchpad. FlareFine Launchpad is a user-governed token launchpad geared towards giving holders a chance to support projects hoping to build in and around the Flare Finance ecosystem. Launchpads are altered forms of yield farming pools with different specified conditions than their liquidity mining counterparts. Unlike regular yield farming pools, Launchpad pools do not require liquidity pool tokens. You can only be participated in by joining with either YFLR or YFIN tokens. So this is basically just a way to where you can input, say, YFLR or YFIN, and in return you can get the token which you want. Apologies for that. So yeah. Overall, I think this is a very good partnership indeed, and it's definitely going to bring liquidity to the Flare Finance product, so it's very promising. Now, I want to wrap up today by giving some credit to Tim, and I'm not going to steal his thunder and play the video on here, but I would highly recommend you guys subscribe to him, because I do feel he is very, he's quite a hidden gem, you know. Dawn, I'm going to give you a link to the white paper. This is the Flare Finance. That's a link to the Flare Finance white paper, and you can just find it on the Flare Finance website. But back to Tim. Yeah, he's a very knowledgeable guy, and both technically, and he's very talented when it comes to making videos as well, and you'll see what I mean. And this particular video, which he released today, goes on about the wrapping of the Spark token and basically how the detachable votes, all the nuances that comes with that. So yeah, I would highly recommend checking him out if you haven't already, and be sure to subscribe to him. And yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up today. We are on 33,000 subscribers, which means that the next milestone, the 40,000 subscriber milestone, is just 7,000 away. And if you don't know already, once we reach that 40,000 subscriber milestone, anyone that's holding the 30,000 subscriber milestone NFT will get the 40,000 subscriber NFT airdrop to them. So that's definitely something to consider. I know there's a lot of people already in here that have some. Got Moon Chicken, Riddler, Scarbo as well. Holy moly, Egg Bar. Yeah, so that's something to look out for, and I'm very excited to reveal it. These are all created by the NFT Riddler, by the way, and if you're not following him as well, he has some great work. In fact, we might be able to quickly show you some of his work. He creates some amazing artwork. So yeah, on that note, guys, I'm going to leave it there and wrap up. I am working on a couple of videos at the minute, so stay tuned for that. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and an extra special thank you to Moon Chicken with the legendary $100 bomb. Very much appreciated. So that's me done, and until next time, I'm out.